So they're starting to date men from those colleges, which you see more interracial couples, more YT men, black women, or BLK women. Um, when you date down or you date outside of your socioeconomic status, it creates a lot of tension. Men have a
Mm.
lot of ego issues with their woman being educated, maybe making more than them. They want to feel like they're the provider, but the woman's making 120 grand a year, so it's hard. So when they come back or they go to wherever they went home from college or
Thank you,
whatever,
man. Tears. I
they're running into
appreciate
those
it.
issues. And so no one wants to be in that type of push and pull of kind of who's in charge or who's the breadwinner. And you don't see that a lot.
Okay. I agree with that. Foxy. How you doing on this beautiful Saturday, Miss Foxy?
How you doing, darling?
Look, I'm waiting to see the ring. The
Girl,
diamond.
stop. 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 You always do that.
Well, Miss Foxy, could you answer the prompt for us? We really want to know, why are BLK women happier with the YT men?
I listen, let me say this. I don't listen. I don't know. I'm married to a BOK man. I'm living
Okay.
well. I'm living well, but there is statistics out there that has shown that black men, regardless of who they are marrying, they are still having higher divorce rates. It doesn't matter. Like who, regardless if they go marry a YC Asian, guess what? They still end up having higher divorce rates.
And why is that though? What's going on? Is it a character flaw, or are the women just they not feeling them? Are they
I
here for a good time and not a long time? What is it?
They get
I
married for the
don't
wrong
know.
reasons.
No,
I think
see,
there's
no,
a
no, no. Let me say this, right? I think that Tom made an excellent point, right? Um, there is the economic factor involved, right? There is the factor that when BLK women go to college, right? There's not that many, especially when they go to PWIs, right? They're not seeing as many BLK men unless they're on the team, right? Um, the football team, the basketball team, right? Whatever. And so they're being exposed, and so they're just not doing it. I don't know, like, and I would argue that sometimes I don't think that some BLK men have gotten past, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. I know this is going to sound disrespectful, but they haven't gotten past the Neanderthal stage in some ways, right?
Oh my.
And there has to be some progression with that, right? It's okay
Neanderthal.
to be an alpha male, right? However, being an alpha male doesn't mean that everyone has to hear you roar
Ooh.
or beat your chest to be an alpha male. You don't have to do that to be an alpha male. Some alpha males, when they walk in the room does get silent.
Yes.
And if you're just not that guy, you're not that guy.
True.
Yes, Sean King, I did go to college. Actually, I have 2 advanced degrees.
Period. Knock
I'm
'em out,
married to a
Foxy.
man with 2 advanced degrees.
Knock 'em out, Foxy.
That's why I live the way I live.
Finish him.
Okay? Look, the acoustics of my house are based on 19-foot ceilings.
Woo. Katana wins.
And guess what? I have an accounting degree, and my husband is cybersecurity, computer
Money, money, money,
science,
money. Money.
with an
That's right,
MBA,
Foxy.
sir. With
Bring
an
that up, too.
MBA.
Woo.
Okay.
Oh, it is a
But
mansion.
see, isn't it
Mr.
interesting
Wayne,
how
it
no
is a
one?
mansion. He heard the echoes in the house. Yes, that's a mansion she's in.
I
What was
just
that
think it's
song?
interesting that that's the first thing, like challenging your degrees. When it's like a size, I do think some men, some black, some white men today feel like they're in competition with women
Yes.
and want to size up women as if, well, I'm better than the woman,
Yeah,
right?
the woman isn't even supposed to be working as hard.
Right,
She's
right.
supposed to be
So
making a lot of money as
it's
is.
a very interesting idea that, well, I'm in charge. People that lead don't have to say they're in charge. It's understood. And somebody made a good comment in the post. I mean, I think marriage, and your prompt today doesn't mention marriage, but marriage is more and more devalued over time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I wouldn't call it white culture, but a lot of white families push marriage on their kids as a achievement, or you should be married and do life with someone. Whereas in other cultures, you could be dating for 5 years and living together and break up and be gone the next day.
Oh, so you're saying that the black women that want to get married, they are more likely to get with the white man because more white men are looking to get married as well, and they will meet them in these higher education institutes.
I mean, yeah, I think that's the case. I think there's another factor of you're seeing an all-time rate of BLK men in their 20s and higher. And this is from BLS statistics. When there's a child introduced to the home, the person that stays home is starting to be the man.
Oh, that's
And
that's
that
that's
could
whack.
be why, they're
And
saying
that
that the
would,
BLK man is more active out of any other race of men because they're home with the kids.
Yeah, but no woman wants to have her man be
and
home
see,
with the
that
kids.
would be make you unhappy as a woman if you're being the man in your family going to work and the guy's just sitting there playing PlayStation all day,
All right.
watching
Do you mind if I
kids.
address
So,
the?
let me
Mind
answer
if
the
I address
post
the
real quick.
prompt?
Hold up,
Hey,
passport.
hey,
You came in.
do you
Hold
mind if
on,
I address the
passport.
prompt?
Hold on. Can I address it first,
Wait,
bro? You came in after me, real quick.
all right,
So
go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, real quick. So we just talking about the black women who've dated white men, right? Because I think it's geographical, right? It matters
I
where you
agree.
from, where you're at, right? Or who you're socially around, like Tom was saying, right? If you're around these people more, that's what you're gonna do,
I
or
do
you're gonna be
also think though,
acceptable.
Kate, I do think that it's also trauma. I think some BLK women just get fed up and they go to
Let me get to that. Let
another
me get to
race.
that. So black people in general are really strong in the mind, right? They might come off as being rude just when they talk normally, right? So I think a lot of black people, when they're together, since they're so headstrong, that kind of causes an issue as well. One or the other doesn't want to listen, or one or the other doesn't want to do things, well, whatever the case is, right? So I think that when you go outside the race and the other person doesn't have that effect, it makes it more comfortable for you to live your life. So,
I don't know
and that's the
about
thing.
that.
Well, I'll tell you what, black men don't have a problem. Well, I'm gonna say most. I'm not gonna say all. And if I say the word you, your, or y'all, doesn't mean I'm talking to anybody on here, because there's always that person that comes on here and says it's not me, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying in general, the a black when a black man sees dating outside their race, a woman, we don't care. 80% of us don't care. It's only the black women who really care. So we don't care if you date outside the race. We don't give a damn. But the thing is like I can understand why, you know.
No, I do care because I don't understand why would you go to to the people that sold you, that sold us back
I
then.
said there'd be that person that says I never said you, bro.
And I'm talking about me.
I think he was responding to the fact that you said most black men don't care that black women will date out. You said he
Well,
cares.
can I go? I go. Are you done, sir? So I can address the prompt.
Yeah.
All right. There's several factors why black women are, first of all, from a passport bro, red pillar, patriarchal, traditional man, atheist, anti-rainbow perspective. There's several factors why this is so. Number one, study shows single parents are more likely to practice authoritarian parenting, right? So, being the fact that there's more black women with single moms, they're more likely to practice authoritarian parenting. Authoritarian parenting causes kids to be aggressive, overly emotional, and less likely to use critical thinking skills, right? So since there's more black single moms, more authoritarian parenting, more authoritarian parenting means less logical men, more emotional men, more aggressive men. And also being the fact that there's a higher rate of black single moms, they're more likely to suffer from parenting stress. Also, there's more, excuse me, I forgot. Parenting stress is not good for children because they begin to be snappy at their children and things like that. And the guy that talked before me, he said something that's actually true. He said, normally black Americans come off rude. Yeah, I can't stand that. That's why that's why I avoided black American women. Because just like you said they normally come off rude. That's a horrible trait. Nobody should be proud of normally coming off rude. You have to be crazy to be proud of that. That makes you look like crap. Right. So when black American men normally come off rude because their mama normally come off rude. So they have a rude culture, which he stated, yeah, not all of them, but a significant percentage. Nobody wants a rude woman. Okay, also there's this other factor. There's this reproductive desire. A lot of black women saw mixed women get the one up. So they're happy with the white man because he's going to give her a mixed child, possibly a girl, which is going to have the one up on all the other girls, right? And the white man, he's getting a melanin rescue. You know, his kids won't suffer from excruciating sunburns, decrease the risk of skin cancer, better quality skin, white skin wrinkles faster, it ages faster. He doesn't have to worry about his kids getting sunburnt just walking out in the sun. So they both get sort of unique advantage. You know, her kid, she's thinking, oh my, now her daughter is going to be that girl that she was jealous of, right? Her daughter is going to be that girl that she envied. Her daughter is going to be the girl that she knew is going to get all the guys just because she's mixed, right? So that alone is something to be happy about. Also, study shows black women are more likely to, because somebody mute, black women are more likely to neglect their son's education and prioritize their daughter's education, probably because of feminism extending to their own kids. I can bring up the study if anybody asks. So this means less educated black men. Study shows when they're less educated, they don't get paid as much. And men that get paid more are more likely to get married, are more likely to apply critical thinking skills, are more likely to have conflict resolution. All right, these are all advantages of being educated. So being the fact that black single moms, black women are neglecting their son's education, that's the negative chain reaction, which causes one negative action causes a sequence of negative results, including but not limited to broke men living in poverty. Study shows only 7% of black married couples live in poverty. So you get men making less money, less likely to get married, and when they're less educated, they're less likely to have conflict resolution, which increase the risk of DV. Broke men are more likely to engage in DV. So feminism extending to their own children cause a whole slew of problems, which has a negative effect on many. See that nice body and that big beautiful home? Yeah, that's passport bro right there. Yeah, so yeah, I'll land right there.
All right, can I go
All
also?
right, thank you, Passport. Let's make
Can I
sure
go,
that we
lady?
continue. Hold on, Mr. Wilson. I'm making an announcement. Let's make sure that we continue to double tap the live. Let's get the likes to 5K. There's 102 people on the live stream right now. So if everyone could take a moment to double tap, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you guys follow me as well as our panelists. We will follow you back at the end of the live. If you're on the panel, please interact with the audience. And if you're in the audience, please gift our panelists if anyone says anything that resonates with you. Um, let's go ahead and introduce the next panelist. We have Man Tears Over Ice, one of my favorite speakers, and we have Mr. Wilson, one of the least favorite speakers on the live. So, if Man Tears, if you want to go ahead and start us off by introducing yourself and then answering the prompt, why are BLK women happier with the YT man?
Hey, Lady J. Hi, everyone. I think it's because, and it's just not white T men, right? I think it's other group of men besides black men. And from what I noticed, when you're dating a black man, he wants you to do everything a wife's supposed to do without even marrying you. So he wants you to cook for him. He wants you to have his babies. He wants you to do everything of a wife duties without even wifing you up. But what I do notice, and majority of the time, is that other men of other race, you during the dating phases, you guys enjoy each other, like you guys have fun. And then within 6 months, he already knows he's already wifing you up, and he's already making you a wife. But with the black man, you got to go through hell and back just to prove to him, have his babies, because now he's making you a single mom. So now you got to have his babies just to prove all of that for him to make you a wife, which is nonsense to me because I heard that a man instantly know when he first meets you within seconds that he know if he's going to wife you up or not. So a lot of these black men, they want the benefits of having you to do all of those things. Then on top of that, going 50% with them on the bills before they even decide. And then once they do all that, guess what? They say, psych, they don't want to make you a wife. Now you out here, you in did all this stuff for him, prove it to him that, that you even a wife, right? Just trying to prove that to him. And now you're a single mom.
So now,
And now, can I finish? Now you're a single mom, and now because he ain't got all this stuff out of you, he on to the next one. So that is what's going on. It's because of the fact that he wants you to. Because I think that black men has a lot of trauma because they seen their mamas going through doing all of this extra stuff, right? They seen their mama slaving and she's not even, big mama. She's heavy set. She's dealing with a lot of stress. She's not allowed to be soft. But I noticed that other group of men, they want their woman to be a woman. They love seeing their woman resting. But black men, they hate the black man. He hate to see you resting. You come home and you sitting on the couch taking a 10-minute break. Oh, you ain't
Tears.
did nothing all day. He
Tears.
hate to see he hates to see a woman rest because he feel like I'm out here working. Shoot, you better be out here. You better be in that house
Well,
working
all of
too.
them aren't even out working though, Tears. That's
They're not.
why me be upset.
so is that?
Yeah, but see, and that's the thing. Hold on, Captain. And see, that's the thing about it. They want you to do the 50%, right? And then even when they're at home, and see, and that's the thing about it. And I have seen it day to day life. A lot of them are not even really working. They're not traditional men, but they want a traditional woman. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. That's what they want. They very selfish. They don't really consider the woman, and this is why they are the most divorced. Even when they're dating out, they like to put it in black women's face like we're the problem. But even when they go and they date out, they don't even treat the preference right. They're making them the single moms. They doing the exact same thing of what they do to black women to other communities of women that's so called supposed to be better than us.
Mm.
And that's the thing
Can I
about it.
go now,
And
please?
that's the thing when black women starting to wake up and get the think about it. Your own group of men is talking you down because you're getting an education.
Mm.
Your own group of men talking down on you because you're trying to better yourself.
Mm.
Come on now. There are our ops. There are ops because think about it. Misery love company and they want to keep black women down because you have to think about it. They need to step on us to
Mm.
get to the top. And that's why they want black women to do all of this other stuff for them. They need help. Even when they come up here on the prompt, they be like, hey, can you read this? This is why education is so important,
Mm.
doofus.
Mm.
But you want to sit up here and talk us down because we want to get an education. But when you get up here, you can't even read the prompt. Or
Lady
when
J,
you
how
get
long
up
can she
here,
land,
when
please?
you get up
Can
here,
she
you
land?
need help in defining what a freaking paragraph prompt is.
Can
It
you land,
doesn't make
please?
any sense. This is why education is important
Mm.
because
Can
a
you
lot of
land?
you guys is not even reading past fifth grade level. Let's be for real.
Mm.
And I land.
Can
Me,
you land? Can
Letitia.
you land your point, please?
You
Wait. Can I
need
All
go? Can
right,
I
all
go?
right,
Technically, it's
all
the
right.
sixth
We're
Wait.
gonna
grade
go
I want
ahead
to
and
level.
go.
introduce
Let's
I
keep
the
it
want to
next.
honest.
go.
It's the
Hold
sixth
on,
grade
Wait. I
level.
want to
Let's
go.
give them
Wait.
all the flowers that they can.
Mr. Wilson,
You
please,
said I can
please.
go.
I did,
Oh
but
my
let me
god.
make my
Do
announcement.
she
You
need
know,
a
when I make
tissue?
an announcement, everyone should be on mute. All I'm going to say is please continue to double tap the live. Let's get the likes to 10K. If you are in the waiting room, please continue to send gifts and we will let the next person up.
Mm.
Let's go ahead and pass the mic to Mr. Wilson. I know you've been
Hey,
dying to say
hey
something.
man,
Go
Eater, do
ahead,
you need a
Mr.
tissue?
Wilson.
I just wanna speak, right? So unfortunately, a lot of BLK women do attract themselves to felons and N-word users and street corner dudes such as the Tyrones, the Cornells, and the Ray Rays because BLK man that's working that knows what he wants in a relationship is not gonna deal with a ghetto rat chick BLK woman. That's the first things first, right? So unfortunately, that's her own anecdotal experience. Maybe she's had poor surroundings. Maybe she's had a poor upbringing. Maybe her uncles are all a bunch of N-word users and a bunch of hood rats that was just, you know, sitting down playing NBA 2K25 or maybe 2K 205 and just sitting there laughing with their homeboys and stuff and drinking liquor and smoking hookah. Um, to the prompt, right? I think, BLK people are dating out just because, they decide to want to mix babies, even though BLK women are saying what a victim or colorist. But they're the same group that desire to have mixed babies. A lot of BLK women, dark skinned women specifically, have said that, oh, I want a mixed child because I don't like my skin, I don't like my hair. So, I mean, a lot of BLK women don't really accept themselves. And, being educated is easy. I can be educated. I can get 3 to 4 degrees if I want to. I've got degrees myself, so but I don't scream saying, "Oh, I'm the most educated group. I'm strong and independent like Mark Henry." Roar. I'm not like that type of guy, right? A lot of them have an inferior complex problem when it comes to dating. They always want someone that is their preference. But when it comes to a BOK man wanted his preference, such as natural women, no wigs or weaves, no makeup, it's a problem. So I think the YT man doesn't really know about the BOK beauty standard. That's why, the YT man says, oh, she's black, I'm going to fetishize her, so I would take her on. And I think the problem is a lot of BOK women like the felons and the Tyrones and their N-word users. That's why they make up 47% of single mother homes. Like, I mean, Chicago explains it all. The mothers of the Facebook account explains it all. That Chicago clip of the little girl crying, not taking a single accountability, that is the sign of single father homes. And the fact that the father hasn't even responded shows also why fathers are needed in a household because Chicago that Chicago incident of a pregnant woman and her child shows the normality of black culture. And it's unfortunate that a lot of BLK women are dating now. I just think sometimes fellas are not it, so that's why they date out. No, you're on the comments saying not all black women. She said all black men are not educated. Not all black men are not educated. So I'm gonna say the same energy as her, right? Um, I just think the problem is it's down to colorism also, and that's why they're happy with the YT man, because the lighter you are, the better you are. And unfortunately, the slave masters like the pale BLK woman. So with the darker BLK preference, they said, "Oh no, she's burnt. We don't like her." So they prefer the lighter women. So I think that's why a lot of black women date YT men, because they feel more of a appreciated and they feel accepted because of their darkness, or maybe they're just not like, maybe they don't really the type of BLK woman that a BLK men date. But can I make one controversial point, right? I think some BLK men and women shouldn't even really be dating each other. I've noticed that, the type of BLK men that date each other is a disconnect. I think those who really want to know what they want should be dating each other. I don't think all BLK men and women should date each other. I just think it's out of date, and I don't see it happening. I think those who really wanna date out should date out, and go away and loved and appreciate at the end of the day. Because let's be real, BLK people don't really show love to appreciation to each other anyways. So I do agree the prompt.
Okay, can I answer
Oh,
the prompt?
someone turned off his mic.
I need to answer the prompt
Well,
though
I
again.
guess that means your
I think
time is up,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Time is
Alex.
up, man.
I think those BLK men and women should date out. I agree with the prompts.
Okay.
All
So,
right. Let's
so
go ahead and hear from HFD, and then we're gonna go ahead and vote someone off the
I'll go.
island.
I'll go after her.
Yeah,
I'll go after
Okay.
her.
listen.
HFD, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and then answer prompts. Why are BLK women happier with the YT man?
Hey, awesome. Hi, I'm HFD. Why are black women happier with white men? I disagree with the previous person. I don't think it has to do with colorism. I think that's probably for the very low IQ, low EQ people, maybe probably low class, low status people as well. I think it has to do with a class and status mismatch within the black community. There's far more educated black women than there are educated black men. And I also think there is a mismatch in the emotional intelligence between black women and black men. So I think when black women become highly educated and they work very well on their emotional intelligence, they are more likely to partner with somebody who happens to be white. My husband is white as well. Oh, you can't hear me? My husband is white as well. He happens to be white. When I was looking for potential partners, I wasn't seeking out somebody who was white. I was seeking out somebody who was the best match for me, who was emotionally intelligent, who was intellectually intelligent as well, and who I felt was a leader and traditional in the relationship structure that I wanted. And that happened to be a white man. And I think that's also the case for a lot of other black women that end up with white men. Am I whispering? Sorry, let me turn off my
No, you're
headphones.
fine.
What else do I think it is? Yeah, definitely emotional intelligence mismatch. Like, I think back to the parenting thing that Passport mentioned, I don't agree with most of what you said, but I do think the authoritarian parenting has significantly impacted black women, but as well black men, because, men in general just aren't as likely to go seek out um, therapy resources or learn about psychology in general. And obviously that would impact the emotional intelligence. By emotional intelligence, I mean like ability to understand how your tone, your context, um, be able to mirror the emotions of the person that is speaking to you. Like, let's say somebody's happy, but you meet them with something that is sad. Like, I find that to be very common within our community. Obviously, that's not everybody, but I think that's something our community has to work on. And I think that's a point of fracture that's resulted in more dating out of black women and of dating out of black men as well. But yeah, I
All
land.
right. Thank
Hey,
you,
can I
HFD.
ask you a
Let's
question?
hold on. I'm giving an announcement, Mr. Hook. Let's make sure that we continue to double tap the live. There's 89 people on the live stream right now. So if everyone could take a moment to double tap, I greatly appreciate it. If you are in the waiting room, please continue to wait. We're going to go ahead and start our poll so we can vote someone off the island. We'll let the poll run for 5 minutes. So everyone, please hang tight. If you do want to drop down, do so after the poll has ended. We got to collect our coins. Let's go ahead and pass the mic to Captain Hook. And the poll is up, so please cast your votes. Top left hand corner, blue icon with the checklist. Thank you.
All right, so I got a question for HFD, right? Was this your first YT man? HFD?
So sorry, Michael. I was stuck in the voting panel thing. Yeah, like in a relationship sense, yes.
Okay, so majority you was dating BLK man.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
And
So to answer the
none
part,
were
right?
serious enough to
So to answer
proceed
the
to
part, right?
marriage.
I'm gonna be just strictly with it, and you know what I mean, direct with it. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it. Most of these black women that's happier with YT men is because it's easier for them to go over there because they already got dogged out and smutted out in the hood, in the neighborhood. So I guess when they're tired, they want to settle down. They want to, you know, treat their credentials over there to the YT man. So they want to dog us because, you know, of their actions of what they want to do growing up and still being grown. So yeah, they go to the YT man because they can run over top of them. You know what I mean? It's the yes man. You know what I mean? It's the shut up man and all that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, and back to Man Eater that was up top. He was saying something about all black men and do this and do that. I don't know, love. I just feel like you're just hurt, and you need help with that.
So I'm glad we got how you feel out of the way. But once again,
But
I think
Wait,
HFD
can I
is
ask you
on
a
the
question,
same
right?
point
Wait, can I
of
ask a question, right?
it's. Are you going to interrupt me to ask your question?
All right, Mr.
You
YT
did
man,
just
go
interrupt.
on.
Well, you did just
Like,
interrupt
like,
me, kinda,
Go on,
Yeah,
Mr. Tom.
you were
respect,
done.
Mr. Trump.
Mr. Tomfool.
Nah, bro,
Mr.
you gotta
Wilson, please,
respect it,
Mr.
Mr.
Trump,
Johnson.
go.
Mr. Wilson, you have to respect the YT privilege. Thank you.
So, I
Shit.
mean, once again, you just got a perspective on basically dogging HFD and everything. So, this must be the case. When in reality, it was what was around her when she was going to college and in those spaces. Nicer
also,
men, all those things. It didn't matter
I
the
will
color,
say,
but it's the majority
So
of
what?
that area.
So what about?
Mr. YT man.
So
Mr.
what about?
YT man, are you
Hold
finished?
on, bro.
Well,
You
you're
got
not even from America, so I don't
Wait
know
a
why you're
minute,
speaking.
Mr. Wilson,
Yeah,
you're not
don't be racist.
Mr.
Don't be racist,
Wilson.
Mr. Trump.
Mr.
Oh, don't
Wilson,
be
you
racist.
Mr. Wilson,
That's
you're
not
not
racist.
respecting YT privilege. He has the floor. Please let the YT man speak.
See, that's easier. You see how I go.
Of haters, I know the self-identity crisis right
Self
there.
hate?
They want the YT man to do everything.
Well,
wait,
no,
you're
I'm
all
top
responding
gifter.
to
I think I
me.
should have some type of privilege, right? Do you? How
No,
much have
you
you
shouldn't.
gifted?
No, you shouldn't.
See, once again, I shouldn't. And
You're
that's
all
what the
responding
world
to
you live
me.
in is not based in reality. A realistic world is people that contribute to society, people that make people's lives better, usually get privilege in some way. And if you just go around and talk crap on all women, I don't know why you do that, but whatever your thoughts are, maybe you hate your mom or something, it probably won't get you very far. And you got to find something else to blame. So, someone on TikTok, you have no idea who they are, you're blaming him because of your fuck ups in life.
Also, Tom, can I respond to what Captain said?
Yeah,
Wait, can
go
I
He's
ask a
ahead.
saying I
question?
got dogged out. Like, no, I only had one ex. I was not dogged out. These relationships were
Hold on,
Can I
HFD.
ask
Let
a
me make
question?
a quick announcement. Everyone, go on mute for a second. We have 20 seconds left for the poll. Right now, it looks like Captain Hook is going to be removed from the island. If we don't continue to vote, it's 10 seconds left.
Well, I
Please,
figured that. I
quickly
figured that anyway. You feel me?
cast the votes. Quickly.
Well,
Five,
how do I
Hey,
vote?
look,
four,
How do I?
no what? Look,
three,
and Tom ain't
two,
Tom ain't got none votes at
one.
all.
All
Bye.
Wait, can I ask a
right.
question? Can
Have
I
a
ask a
good
question,
The
right?
night.
poll is over. Captain Hook was voted off. So we're going to give him 2 minutes to give closing statements. And then we're going to go ahead and let the next panelist up. So if you're in the waiting room, please uh, send your gifts because whoever has sent the most gifts will be let up first. So right now it looks like Mr. Patrick Year Gen 221 will be the next person up if no one out gifts him.
Hey,
Um, Go ahead, Mr. Hood.
restart my time because you was talking during the time.
Why'd she got to restart it? It's her panel.
Tom, nobody's talking to you, white guy. Chill.
Mr. Hook, please go with the time that you
All right,
have.
send me a matter of fact, Tom.
I
Now I'm
don't think he
talking to you.
needs a
Now,
minute. How much do I got to pay for him
now I
not
am
to have
talking
a
to you,
You
minute?
can
Tom.
you can send
Hold on.
a
See,
money pew pew and
Lady
he
J,
gives
this
out
is your
Money
lady.
pew
see,
Lady
now
pew.
y'all
J,
talking.
hold
Y'all
on,
yes.
talking. Listen.
because you're begging. Stop begging.
No, shut your old ass up.
Have a good night.
Stop
Have a good
begging.
Listen
All
though.
right,
night.
Mr.
No
Hook.
closing
Listen.
arguments. Have a
Hey,
good night.
how many of these black women have sucked your dick before, Tom?
Goodbye. Goodbye. See,
Ask a
people
question.
handle their business
Can I
differently.
ask a question, right? Can I ask a question? Tom,
Oh, do I need
you're saying
another
be
money
okay.
pew pew for this guy?
No, no, Tom,
Yeah,
don't be like
send
that.
one for
Please,
him
anything.
too. Cause
Let,
you know
Oh,
let me ask
Mr.
you a
see,
Hook.
it
question,
just
right?
handles things.
Can I
All
ask a
right,
question?
Mr.
You
Hook.
want
Can I ask a simple
problem
Let's get
question?
up out
solvers,
of
people
here.
that are just undisciplined and want to yell at people. You just fix the problem.
Yeah,
All right,
the black
respectfully, I'd
man
like to answer
can.
a couple of people real quick before we get too far, if that's all right. So, I agree with HFD and Tom. It's like like we live our lives in marriage. These black women that you see mostly with white men, they're professional, intelligent people. You don't really usually see a lot of like hood people going towards white men. You don't really see that. So if you're in a professional environment or an intelligent environment, you just go with who you match up with. You know what I mean? So I don't like when people sit there and say, oh, they're just going to this person because they can dominate them or run all over them. It's really not the case because I see a lot of intelligent black women, beautiful, that are professional, intelligent, and they handle their business accordingly, and they don't act a certain way,